they don't care. Their money does not come from within the community. They're bought and sold, most of them, by individuals that are outside of our community that have other interests. When you look at individuals like Berlin Boyd, he had money coming from the Metro Chamber of Commerce. He had money coming from all of the movers and shakers in the city. Not individuals in District 7, Smoking City,
they ain't like him.
New Chicago, but that's why he gone now. But we have a lot of individuals like that, and for some reason, we're so short-sighted. We don't do research. We don't look at the individuals that we're voting for. I'm all about giving somebody a chance, but you only get one, and the one chance they get is 4 years. So if you can't show me in 4 years that you're going to do something to empower me, to make the quality of life in my community better, I holler, and I'm going to be that one standing out there. But what I find is, for some reason, we want to so quickly say, well, we got to keep black people in office. And I have no problem with that, but make sure it's the right black person, not just a black person that's receiving funding from the business community, big business, not small business, that has no interest in my neighborhood. And all they're looking to do is to extend blight, because it's money in blight. You allow blight to come in, crime to come in, decreases property value. I come in, big business, buy it up for cheap, redevelop it, sell for high. It's a money game. You allow them to take our school system, which is one of the most important things, public schools, which is education of our children. You allow them to utilize our tax dollars that we pay as taxpayers in this city to fund all of their projects, but you don't fund any of our projects in our community. You don't lift up small business leaders like yourself. I have serious issues with that, and I'm not politicking. This is just Mike Williams, citizen of Memphis, product of the city of Memphis, because I know Memphis has so much potential, but you still only have so many people that are controlling it, and that's part of the problem, and we won't get in the game.
So do we even have a chance? Like, what's
Yes, I'm always going to remain positive, because I'm going to see people like you, and I'm going to see people like your brother over Millionaire Grind, and I'm running into so many millennials that I think are strong, and they're coming up, and they just haven't gotten there yet. And everybody keeps trying to find the pieces to the puzzle and the key. I can tell you that the key to the puzzle is when we can all come together, and we can stop being so selfish, and we can stop assuming that we have to do it on our own. When we reach out to each other, reach across the aisle, I'm not looking for anything from you. I just want to help you. I want to see you succeed. You know why? Because if you succeed, then I know we doing good. And I know if I help you up that ladder, who knows? One day I may need a hand up myself, because we're only here by the grace of God. That's just me. And everybody falls, you know what I mean? Or stumble off that line. And you never know what's going to befall you in life and to be able to tear you down or whatever. So I want to make sure that I'm surrounding myself and that I help people, because, I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like not to have no food. I know what it's like not to have the clothes that everybody else around you have. It ain't always been okay for Mike Williams and his family. I know what it's like to take something to the pawn shop and pawn it because I'm trying to make it to the next week. You know what I mean? I know what it's like to be in the projects and somebody put a shotgun in your head. Hello, somebody. So none of this stuff impresses me. It's good to have, and it's good to be and do, but I get the joy out of trying to make sure that the next generation is going to be better off than I am. And my generation missed the mark, because it was my generation that everybody fought to go to school, and school of their choice and all of that, and people went to Harvard and Yale and Marquette and all of these prestigious schools, but they forgot to come back to the community, and then a lot of them have distanced themselves from the community to say, oh, I got mine, you need to get yours. Well, how do you think you got yours? You got yours on the backs of those that came before us, that died in levees, that were hung from trees, that picked that cotton, that stood at lunch counters and went through the front doors and all of that, gave up their lives, and we don't want to give up the time. We don't want to give up some of the good things in life. You know what I mean? And I just think that that's a travesty, and I think that that's part of why we're failing.
Yeah, and I think one of my main concern, I guess, with the success of businesses or the lack thereof is because I know economics tie directly to our crime rate.
Mm-hmm.
And so Memphis, we have a terrible crime rate.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong, but I understand it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's so much riffraff and there's so much division in the middle. So it's like, I get frustrated because, I do healing and empowerment events.
Right.
So it's like, on one hand, I'm seeing this problem that I'm trying to figure out how to break down and solve. So crime is an issue. Crime is a result of brokenness and broke. So it's like, okay, how can I help heal these people in the midst of all this hopelessness? And so, like I post about people, I'm like, we think poverty ain't our issue when it really is, because whether you straight or not, it's that business owner that you're not supporting, the one that you don't care whether they starve or not, the one that you're not conscious to care about whether they got their light bill or not, their rent, the basic necessities. If they've been out all day long and they tried to make it work, the day is gonna come that their teenage boy and their teenage daughter is gonna rise up, and their daughter's gonna use what she got, which is 9 times out of 10 gonna be between her legs, or she's gonna get hooked with somebody else that's gonna teach her how to use a gun or whatever else.
Right.
And then you have this young boy who's just trying to help his parents, who's not making it. They're gonna pick up a sack, they're gonna pick up a gun, just trying to survive.
Right.
And so it's like, from our leaders to our just people, our regular, everyday, common neighbor, I want people to know the importance of supporting your small local businesses.
Right.
It makes no sense for everybody to want to escape their local reality by flocking to every out of town business, out of town performer, entertainer. There's no point you want to escape your local reality and flock to go give them all your money, and it's gonna leave out of the community. And when they leave, you left here with your local reality. So I just wanted to bring you in to kind of just be the voice of the whole middle of it all, from the police side, from being the advocate, though, from being a black man, from being from one scope to another. And then I know you're an entrepreneur too,
Right.
because you got your entertainment business going on. You want to talk about that for a second?
Well, before I took over as president of the Police Association, I made more money. I had my own business. I had a carpet cleaning business. I had Key to Entertainment. I was managing and producing different events around the city and stuff like that. But as I took over president of the Police Association, I sold it all. I got rid of it to focus on this job because I don't like being all over the place. So now I'm about ready to start pulling out of the police association because I can retire now. And what I'm going to do is stand up my company starting in January again. I'm still working on my logo and my concept. Well, I know my concept, but I'm working on my logo. I've already started acquiring artists for my entertainment company and different things like that. So I don't want to necessarily be directly in management this time. I think I want to be on an agent's level. We don't have any black agents in this city. We have a couple, and some of them are my friends. But at the same time, I don't think we have black representation on that level when we have so many black artists in this city that are able to push them. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm going.
Man, I'm excited for you, man. I'm so glad that God has blessed me to cross paths with you.
Well, thank you.
You just to meet someone to where you realize we equals, you know, and the reason why I point that out is because so many people lie and say it's about equality when really it's about superiority. And you are one person I've met to where, based on the way the world want us to judge and categorize and see everybody, they wouldn't want us to think that me and you were equals. But when I met you, you showed me through everything that your title is what you have to put on after you wake up and get dressed.
Exactly.
But
that's a job.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as a human, from one human to another, you have proved to me and several others, and just the backbone that you stand straight up with, that you are an equal, and you just happen to be a black man, and with that, you gonna stand true to who you are. You don't have no issue with being. I'm here to represent black people.
Why would I? The Italians love the Italians. They celebrate St. Patrick's Day for the Irish. I'm an African American. Period. A black man. From Mandinka bloodline.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Hey, that is what it is.
It is.
Well, on that note, I thank you again for joining me. I'm so honored.
Everybody think I'm so serious all the time.
But I feel like a celebrity. So anyway, this your girl, Aishia should breathe, the owner of Purpose Driven Tees, the dopest t-shirt brand in the whole entire world. You have been tuned into the Let's Talk About It podcast, brought to you by the Millionaire Grind Network. Thank you all and have a good day.